Proverbs 19 verse 17. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again.
Question. In an earlier question and answer message, Pastor Wind shared the concept of mercy. In fact, after years of following you, strategists have found through self-reflection, many of the guidance or momentums of the Church of Zion. It was also inspired by Pastor Wind. For example, in the area of mercy, you set up a lot of mechanisms. As in the past, the sermon tapes were all given away free of charge. The church also has a ministry of mercy. Even in recent years, pastors often consider the health of their full-time colleagues and brothers and sisters. Now, at a time when silver and Bitcoin are surging, you also thought that in the future, when we were rich, MWO antenna is made of silver, it can be given to Gentiles in need, sow seeds in this area. It bears witness to the love within you, this compassionate quality, often motivated to become a manifestation, show it so we know, love can lead to such actions and practices. Is that what you said? This compassion trait will naturally drive you to do many things. Strategists, relatively speaking, have yet to establish this love element.
It's actually like this. In all our lives, God wants us to have more and more of His character. So, in what way does God let us develop these traits willingly? And in the process, willingly, how about completing this character transformation or modification? Because there is a process involved. Turning determination into action, and that leads to achievement. What is the best way for God to do this? In the past, we only experienced or followed God in some shallow way, but never tried experiencing God with God-level wisdom and maturity. So, for a lot of people, this is strange. This is how God works. Let me give you an example. During this time, occasionally, I would appear, ideally, what would my retirement look like? Ideally, what would our back then look like? Ideally, what would I expect right now? Because now everything is possible, abundance and all kinds of blessings have come. In other words, the more mature you are, the more you want to live up to your ideals, the more abstract it is. After all, everyone who wants to live up to their ideals, in fact, 99 out of 100 can't be reached, right? This is due to a variety of factors. Perhaps he has no long life, no health to enjoy, or he doesn't have anyone around to work with, even without the support he needed to maintain such a Disney animation, elements of the happy ever after vision. However, when I have an ideal, I'm not like the ordinary person, because the more I know God, the more I have that wisdom. I know that to achieve this ideal life, there are at least 100 steps to complete. Do you think having the economy is enough? It's not. You should also have health and safety. Enjoy the process and the relationships with the people around you. In the process, not everyone is idle. Is doing nothing the same as being happy? It's not. We saw in drama, those guys are lying in the sun on their yachts. He looked so lazy and happy. Is this really the case? Can you lie like this 24 hours a day for a month? No, I've had enough. If so, it will be even worse than the yachtsman. Is that life really happy? When you really understand, you know it's not. It turns out that many times, we never achieve our dreams. The reason summed up is one's stupidity. They don't know, the dream life actually needs many steps to support. Obviously, a lot of celebrities think that having money can get them what they want, and the result? Immediately after getting married, they clamored for divorce. Because what they want is entirely different from reality. At least, the spouse wasn't who they thought she was. So, in the process, God made a life like this, as the saying goes. Dreams are always prosperous. But the reality is stark. Ideals are difficult to achieve because of the stupidity of the person, when he prepared himself for his future vision, used a very unsound method of preparation. What if it were me? If I knew this was a dream, and if that's possible, I'm going to do it step by step. It turns out that when we follow these steps, people grow up and become mature. If the dream is based on a love your neighbor as yourself or a mercy mentality, and for others to enjoy it, in this process, God's mature character will slowly take shape. Because you can already predict the future, imagine a future, hoping for a future, then, you can build it one hand at a time. That's something the world can't do. Even when you talk about the future, there's nothing like it in the world. No one has ever had a future like this. Proverbs 19 verse 17. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again.
Nothing can stand in our way. Let's rise. I'm letting loose this fire in me. World has never seen. Feel it coursing through my veins now, and spread to every heart in the wild. Let's change the world, change history. Like Moses we shall part the troubled seas, for nothing can stand in our way.